All right, so I've got my account successfully created here. Oh, hey, how's it going? This is Webby, not Eddie. And I don't know about you, but I've been hearing a lot about this DUPR ratings system lately. And I've never used the DUPR app before, but from what I hear, it sounds pretty interesting. So we thought it would be fun to start a new video series called Webby's DUPR Challenge. And basically, how it's going to work is I'm going to compete in a singles match or a doubles match each episode, and everybody involved will put their DUPR rating on the line and will input the results in the DUPR application. Now, I've never actually used the DUPR app before, so in this first episode, I will document my experience using it for the first time, and it will end with a match where me and my opponent make it mean something by putting our DUPR skill rating on the line. So this should be a lot of fun, but before we get started, I'd like to talk to somebody that is a DUPR expert so we can learn a bit more about what DUPR is. So, without further ado, please welcome the one and only Lee Whitwell. How's it going, Lee?
Great. Thanks for having me. Glad to be on and discuss all things DUPR with you and also, give you a little bit of a hard time.
Nice. So, first off, can you please tell me and everybody watching this video what exactly is DUPR and why should people consider using it?
It is a universal pickleball rating. It stands for Dreamland Universal Pickleball Rating. And it is the one rating, and honestly, it's one of the reasons I got behind DUPR and wanted to be involved with DUPR. It was the one rating that, honestly, it's on you. It's how you play, who you play with, who you played against, what was your win, what was your score, did you win, did you lose, by what margin. It takes all of that into account and spits out some ratings for you. And within 5 or 6 matches, you can get a pretty accurate rating. And what it does is it takes from a club level, it takes the director of pickleball, the head pickleball pro, whoever's running organized play. They're no longer the bad guy. I don't have to tell Betty that she's not a 4-0, that she can't play in the 4-0 round robin, even though she may have beaten a 4-0 a month ago, because she was playing with a 5-5 player. But it takes that away. It's like, what is your DUPR? Sorry, Betty, you're a 3.98. You're almost there. Keep playing. But it creates these delineations and it makes life a lot easier for, the recreational pickleball player.
For me personally, if you look at my rating when it comes to signing up for tournaments, it says that I'm a 3.0 men's doubles player. And granted, if you watch me play sometimes, maybe I do look like that. But I mean, I regularly play with 4.0 plus people, and I can definitely hang and beat them pretty regularly. And I recently got a silver medal in a 4.0 doubles tournament. It wasn't sanctioned, but it was a very stacked group of 4.0 plus players, and I got silver in it. But the rating on USA Pickleball makes it to where I could do a 3.0 tournament if I wanted to, but to me that would be complete sandbagging, and I would not feel right about myself doing that.
Exactly. And I think one of the beauties of DUPR is it does get updated weekly. So you see your progress positively or negatively almost instantly. So if you have a really bad tournament, your rating's pretty much going to go down. If you have a great tournament and you beat some great people, your rating's going to go up. And your rating should be fluid. It should be based on, your wins, your losses, who you play, everything like that. And the other thing that I think it does, which is fantastic, is that you're up in Michigan. Now, if you come down here to Florida and play with the same group of 4-0s here, is it the same? From state to state, every level is different. A 4-0
Right.
group in California is different to Texas, to Georgia, to Michigan, to Florida. And now you have a rating that it's accurate, it's up to date, it's current. At the very least, it's a week old.
Right.
And, now you can say, no, I'm a 3.98. So you can play with a 4.01 player. It makes it so that they know your level and they know where you fit in. And it makes for a great play all around.
And touching on that, Eddie likes to rub it in my face all the time. Like when he comes here and plays with 4.0 players here in my area, he's like, oh, the 4.0 players where you're at are a lot different than the 4.0 players down in Naples where I'm at. And I hear that all the time, and it makes sense. I mean, it depends on like who you're playing with, because the people that sign up for 4.0 tournaments here and do well might not do as well down in Florida in a 4.0 division.
Exactly. And then, the transient nature of pickleballers, and as addicted we all are to the game. And there's a lot of people that like to travel and vacation specifically where there is good pickleball. I think this is just it's another value prop where now you're going somewhere where you know that there's a concentrated players of your level where you could play.
So I have a couple questions about it from the perspective of a total noob, since I am most definitely a DUPR noob. I've never used the app before. So first off, does DUPR only count ratings for matches manually input by the player?
No. So all matches, it counts all tournament matches, sanctioned or unsanctioned, and it counts also matches that are inputted by the player. They're all weighted differently.
Okay.
Sanctioned tournament carries a lot more weight and reliability than so let's say the four of us were playing all day long and we kept inputting those results. That's not a very accurate result because it's the same four people playing all the time.
Right.
So DUPR relies on connectivity and elasticity, and the more people you can touch, the more reliable your rating becomes.
So when it comes to tournament results, do the players always have to manually input all their tournament results in the app?
No, the tournament results get inputted for you, and so you do not have to take control over that. It does sometimes, there is a little bit of a lag depending on the tournament and how many tournaments were being played that week, obviously. That sometimes there is a little bit of a delay in how quickly they get inputted, but we try to get to it as quickly as possible.
And I'm assuming if it's like a very small local tournament that's like not even in pickleballtournaments.com, then you're going to want to do it manually, right?
Yes, and you could also send us. If the tournament director wanted to export those results and send them to us, we could definitely input them.
Oh, okay. Very nice. So is there a chance that I already have a DUPR rating then? Since I've never manually input anything, I created an account, but I've never done anything with it before.
As an amateur, if you played a tournament in the last 6 to 8 months, you have a DUPR rating, and we have an account for you. You just have to download the app and claim your account.
Okay. So I have another question that's probably very important for most people tuning in out there, and that is, does it cost money to use the DUPR app? And if so, how much can people expect to pay for it?
So if you're going to email me personally and have me input results, it will cost you quite a bit. It's $1 a point.
Fair. That's fair.
No, it is the app is free. It's free to input results. What'll happen with 4 people playing is, let's say I'm playing against you and somebody else. All you have to do is input the results, and myself and my partner will get an alert, and we just have to verify that result. Now, all 4 of us do need to have DUPR accounts for that match to count.
Okay.
The only charge would be is if a club set up a DUPR profile as a club, and you used our software to run leagues, to run tournaments, round robins, ladders, anything that our software can do for you, there is $1 per person per event charge. So there's no upfront cost.
Gotcha. Well, Lee, thank you very much for taking time out of your busy schedule to fill us in on what DUPR is all about. I really appreciate it. And what I'm actually going to do next is I'm going to find some local pickleball players on the DUPR app that have a similar rating to me, and get some doubles matches in and some singles matches, get those organized, and we'll all put our DUPR rating on the line and see how it goes, and that should be a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to it. But before we part ways, Lee, I know you had a chance to see me play in person when you refereed the 2-versus-1 match that Eddie and I did against Jay DeVilliers. So do you have any advice for me going into these DUPR challenge matches to help me be successful?
I think you just go out there and play, and I think it's with any competitive thing. If we focus too much on the score and the emphasis on the win, we're never going to play our best. If we can relax and have fun and enjoy the process, we end up playing a lot better. So, I mean, you do you, because you do that the best, and go out there and show them how it's done. And, April is National Pickleball Month. So it'd be a fun challenge for everybody to go out there and challenge people of similar DUPRs and see how things work out, and find people of different age and gender, because the one beauty of DUPR, it is an ageless and genderless rating system. So an 83-year-old guy who has a DUPR rating of a 3.289 can play a 12-year-old girl with a DUPR rating of 3.289 and be very, very equally matched.
Nice. I like it. I like that a lot. It sounds great. And I love the fact of like doing these DUPR challenge matches, because it'll make like even rec play matches mean something, because I feel like they're always more fun when something's on the line. So putting your DUPR rating on the line, just playing against Joe Schmo that you see every day at rec play or something, I feel like it'll make it more fun.
Yeah, absolutely. We definitely have clubs popping up around the country who are dedicating 1 or 2 courts to DUPR, insofar as it's understood that when you step on that court, that match has to be recorded in DUPR. So it just ups that level a little bit, which I love. It's a challenge court of sorts, and it makes it count for something.
Nice.
And I've picked you, so don't disappoint, okay?
All right, I'll do my best. I will do my best. I'll try not to let you down.
I appreciate that.
All right, well, this was great information and great advice from the amazing Lee Whitwell. One more question I do have for you is, how do people get the DUPR app if they don't have it?
You can go to mydupr.com and download the app from there. Or, if you have a smartphone, everyone's got a smartphone these days, so it's on Android and iPhone. So just go to the App Store and type in DUPR and download the app, and away you go.
Nice. All right, well, thank you very much, Lee. This was great information. But what I'm going to do next is check out the DUPR app, find some players that live nearby that have a similar rating as me. We'll meet up on the court and do some DUPR challenge matches. Oh, yeah.
Pickleball addicting and fun, that's no joke. Pickleball and it's not just for old folks. Pickleball.